We're in today with the HD 4890. This is a 2009 video card with 800 shaders. It's got 1 gig of VRAM, GDDR5, running at 870 MHz on the core clock, 1050 MHz on the memory clock, 256 bits bus width, DirectX 10. Today I got two of them connected in Crossfire, and we're gonna pair them up with this i7 4th gen with 4 cores and 8 threads. I think the best thing we can do for this Crossfire combination is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. In Battlefield 3, my new favorite game here with this combination. So I got 1080p here with medium details. I got nice performance. I put medium details because I want a little buffer here on the video card. 1.2 gig of VRAM utilized here in order to get this performance. Not gonna lie, this is a very interesting performance from this. So the cores is very important in this case to be loaded, because if I don't have the cores loaded, then yeah, something is wrong. It says 140 FPS, but sometimes it drops to 90 whenever I'm fully loaded in the building or near the building or something like that. But if I go on high details, I'm gonna have a lot of drops because look, see, now I'm on 70-80 FPS on average. This is how it's glitchy with AMD, just in case you're wondering. But yeah, it's working really nice in this case, and there's no problem on utilizing this video cards combination, I mean Crossfire, in this game. This is the right game to be added on your list if you're interested on making a Crossfire like this. Does it run Crysis on 1080p with maximum details? I got 50 FPS, 466 watts. In this case, with this performance, I will say this is actually fantastic. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna use 1080p if I had to put this video card in the computer and actually do something with them, because it's doing a fantastic job on actually delivering the performance. So on the video card, I got 1.2 gig of VRAM utilized here. Not a bad thing, you know, from the video card. They are actually in a good position with this video card. 71 degrees, 99% load on the core. This is very high. This is literally maximum, nearly 500 watts consumption from the whole computer with two video cards like this. So 70 degrees is holding pretty well with 88% fan speed, because I said if it's reaching 70 degrees, go there. If it's reaching 75, go 90% fan speed, you know, and incremental, you're gonna end up with 100% fan speed just in case. So I don't reach 80 degrees on this case. I wanted 70 degrees to be maximum. In this occasion, I can put the video card to be cooled here like this, and there is no problem. Overall performance in Crysis is good with this, you know. I will not use 1080p. There's no discussion, no 1080p with this, you know. I just wanted to put it on like this because MS Afterburner is set up like this, you know. You can make it bigger, smaller, but majority of the time I will put 900p, 1366 or 720p. In this case, I wanted to see if I can utilize more than 1 gig of VRAM, and I got 1.2 gig of VRAM with a very high quality here in Crysis, and yes, it's doing a fantastic job. If you put from maximum to high details, you're gonna get better performance. Let's try. Okay, so this is high details. Already got 60 FPS. This is actually good. 99% load on the core, 1.3 gig of VRAM utilization. So overall performance in Crysis with this combination, this Crossfire combination, I can say it's fantastic. There is no problem on utilizing this video card in this type of setup. Still 470 watts consumption from the whole computer with this video card in Crossfire. I mean, you can expect low TDP here, you know, when you have so many shaders, is utilizing 2-pin connector each, you know. So I'm using this power supply. I mean, 500 watts. The power supply is 1000. If I have 1000 watts power supply, I don't want to exceed 500 watts real, you know, from the whole computer. If I want to use 1000 watts, I will put a 2000 watts power supply in the computer. And hence why I got that E5 with 2000 watts power supply, because I tested 2 Radeon R9 295. 2009 video card needs a 2009 game. Call of Duty here with 1080p with maximum details. You can actually see it's doing a fantastic job. What the is going on there? You can actually see the video card is not fully stressed in this case with this game. Barely 50% load in this game with maximum details. I got 1.3 gig of VRAM utilized. It's actually good, and in this situation, I can say nothing bad about it because it's actually a good performance overall. In this occasion, you can actually see I got only 360 watts from this computer. Not bad when it comes to this configuration. You know, I got only 50% maximum load on the GPU. That's actually good. Looks fantastic on maximum details. I got 1.1 gig of VRAM utilized. Changed the map and game style because that was kind of interesting. No problemo, bro. No problemo. Daniel is coming and is gonna give you a little. Yoy, I'm gonna kill you now. This is my kill now. Nah, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna kill you. Look at the nice performance I have here with this Crossfire. All is good, bro. What happens if we're jumping in S.T.A.L.K.E.R with maximum details on 1080p? With this Crossfire, you can actually see you're gonna get nice performance. It's very important to put the right games on this combination. I got 450 watts consumption from this. Insane performance. I got 1.1 gig of VRAM utilized here, so it's doing a fantastic job on adding that VRAM amount. In this case, with maximum load on the cores, I got 70 degrees, 88% managed to reach. If there is any problems, the fan will spin up to 100% and is going to try to cool down the video cards. But in this case, I got decent performance overall. I like the performance that is offering here. Even the CPU and the system is doing a fantastic job. 5.1 gig of system RAM utilized. Can actually see the details are fantastic. There's no problem on actually trying to justify something like this because it's very easy to find them, you know, online. This type of video card is not very rare. They can be found easy. 1 gig of VRAM each, so if you add them together, you're gonna have 2 gig of VRAM in Crossfire. It's gonna be fantastic. So in this case, this video card is doing the job. The system doesn't have any problem. 15-20% load on the CPU side, so I say overall performance, it's kind of great, you know, to see this Crossfire running like this. Look at this gorgeous performance from this Crossfire, and I like it. How about Skyrim on 1080p with maximum details? 90% load on the cores. I got good temperature, 1.9 gig of VRAM utilized. Look at this, 1.9 gig of VRAM utilized. And in this situation, I can say this is a decent performance. I got 53 FPS on, holy smoke, 53 FPS. I had the dip in the performance, I think because of the VRAM. I think the limit it's reached with this Crossfire and I cannot push more. Hence why it's dropping below 60 FPS. Very interesting game, very interesting combination, very interesting output this video card is offering here with this game. I got like nearly 85% load on the video card's core. VRAM is 1.8 now. It's holding pretty well. I think it's balancing between the VRAM and core load. 410 watts consumption. That's actually good. 5.8 gig of system RAM. The system doesn't have any problems, but on this occasion you can see that with ultra details on 1080p, I have some questions about the performance on Crossfire. Seriously, I can't believe that is doing this. Seriously, 1 gig and 980 megabytes of VRAM utilized. This is great, you know, because it's maximum VRAM utilization from this Crossfire combination, and I like it. So in this situation, I managed to reach the limit. Other games that I managed to put on this Crossfire, and they did a fantastic job on not being maxed out, but apparently with Skyrim, I can max out this Crossfire, and I like it. This is the right way. When it comes to decent performance, you need to understand that the right games with the right hardware can actually be found. Seriously, I like what this game is offering here with this hardware. You can actually see that the video card is doing the right job here. The VRAM is not utilized like in other games that I managed to test, but the core is maxed out. Temperature wise, it's nearly reaching 70 degrees with 83% power on the fan, you know, so you can actually see that the video card is pushing some power here, some RPM in order to try to cool it, because I got 450 watts consumption from the whole computer. That means the core is utilized. The game looks fantastic. There's no problem on this occasion, and all in all, I will say it's kind of cool. Seriously, look at this. Oh, nice effects. Everything is good. Let's go into the building. Usually in the building I get more FPS here. Let's see, 100 FPS, 700 megabytes of VRAM. There's not a lot of problem. Not a lot of problem in this case with this video card. If I can maintain this type of performance from a game like this, you know, with this hardware, I will definitely look into the future and see how many hardware I can pick up with this. Seriously, what happens if we come in Doom with this Crossfire? Seriously, it's gonna be very interesting to see this performance. I mean, I should have played the new Doom, seriously, because in this situation you can see that the video card is doing fantastic. I remember playing with old video cards and coming here to this fire, I had problems. Look at this, near the fire, barely managed to hold performance, but here with Crossfire, I can get away with it. I love this idea. You can actually see in the how intermittent are the code loaded. You know, one is 500, one is 240 megahertz. So this is what happens when you put an older game on a newish setup, 2008. I mean, not a big difference between them, you know, but it's very cool to see older games with newish hardware. I mean, imagine saying this setup, you know, in Crossfire, it's new. Wow. The idea of playing old games with this type of hardware from 2009 in Crossfire is not bad. If you find a couple of video cards like this and you have the hardware, I mean, I'm referring to the mainboard that is supporting Crossfire and SLI, it's something that I would recommend in the future to set up the machine in such a way that allows you to play offline, or some games that is possible that they are not dependent to Steam. You know, for instance, why I'm saying Battlefield, because EA apparently still works on the old operating system, and there is no problem on installing the software and utilizing it. You play, you can put it, but you have to juggle a little, you know, every single time you have to uninstall and install the software so you can start the games there. It's very dodgy. It's possible. I think GOG, you know, GOG is gonna be the future when it comes to old machines like this, and if they are holding the games there, it's gonna be fantastic, legendary. I never played, but I have to test the platform and see how they are holding the games and multiplayer games. Maybe they are doing similar with EA, and it would be fantastic. Steam is out of the picture, you know, and it's very disappointing, and I think that's the reason I got so many people on EA playing Battlefield. Then I was like, why are there so many people online, you know? I think because old machines and still holding. Regardless, I think this type of hardware needs to be for retro machines now. I think this is the future for them, and playing old games, old titles is gonna be really fantastic, you know. So setting up machines that are not required to be online, it will be the new trend in the future, and I think this type of video card is gonna be fine if they are cheap now, if you buy them with less than nothing. If you have any suggestion in the future for this video card, or for the setup, for this Crossfire, or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.